This video is brought to you with censorship because YouTube.
So, what do you have going for you other than your looks? That's it?
Look at the way she's looking at him.
Oh, you got?
Oh yeah, bro. These are big signs.
Yeah.
What's your skill?
These are big signs.
Here we
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a
There you
huge
go.
sign, bro. If you touch
There you
them,
go.
that's a big
Yeah.
sign.
Hi, this is the first ever uncomfortable-ish. I can't even say its name because YouTube will flag this video for adult content. This show is intended to take a more in-depth, less rushed, more analytical view of what attracts women, female nature, male nature, modern day dating, looks, money, status, what men can do to improve their attractiveness, and other uncomfortable truths. For my first show, I was joined by HeedAndSucceed. He has a YouTube channel where he talks unscripted about his experiences with women and dating. I had originally planned to record all of the material for this video at the same time I interviewed him, but after reviewing the interview, I became aware that I didn't make many points as clearly as I would have liked. It was my first time speaking like this unscripted, so instead of letting the interview play as it was recorded, I will interject every now and again to explain myself more concisely than I did during the interview. Originally, I introduced the blue pill and red pill, but not in a succinct way, so I'll do it here. The blue pill is a positive mentality that tries to see the best in mankind, forces, human nature, and circumstances. It's naive, uplifting, encouraging even if unwarranted, and in my opinion is often left-wing. The red pill is a realistic but somewhat negative mentality that examines and exposes the grim truth about mankind, forces, human nature, and circumstances. It's often offensive, hard to deal with, often taboo, and invokes denial, and in my opinion is often right-wing. The looks red pill is awareness and knowledge that women are attracted by looks first and foremost, not by personality and confidence. It's an understanding that your dating success is to a large extent determined by your looks. We joined the interview at the end of my non-succinct description of the red pill mindset, whereas the red pill is brutal and truthful, and it tells you it doesn't filter. So the looks red pill is something that in my mind men aren't aware of. Most men have a kind of idea that looks are maybe a bonus, or that better looking guys will do better than uglier guys, but they don't realize just how important looks are. That you can, if a woman doesn't feel your face, most likely you are done. Most likely you are done.
Absolutely.
You can kind of,
and I can speak on the experience of that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, I mean, it was just 2 nights ago. I was at the. You got to realize, I go to to help cope with this the emotional pain of being unsuccessful with women. I go to McDonald's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm not gonna go there a lot anymore, but I go there a lot. I used to, and the women who work there, they see me. I'm a regular there, and it was 2 days ago. I ordered my cookies or whatever, and I pull out my card to pay, and I hand it to her. This is the first window. There's two windows. One window you pay, the other one where you pick up the food.
This is a drive-through, right?
Yeah, it's a drive-through, and so I hand her my card, and she charges me. She swipes it, and then she hands me my card back, and along with the receipt. And I'm about to leave. Right, I have my foot on the gas. I'm looking forward. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the second window now. But before I go, she wants to tell me something. Okay. So I turn around. I turn to my left, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And then she tells me this. She looks at me and she says, I always see you here. Every time I come to work, you're always here. And I just looked at her, and what kind of
emotion did she? What kind of expression did she have in her face? Was it like joking? Was she?
I'll tell you exactly how. Okay, now some people I've talked to other people about this, and they told me that I'm reading too much into it. But when you're a guy like me in my reality, if her feelings had words, it would be saying, "I find you disgusting. You're repulsive. Why am I seeing you here? Why am I seeing you here? You know, like you're nasty, like you're ugly, you're disgusting." Because when I left, that's the feeling I had deep within my heart and the pit of my stomach after I went home. And I'm like, damn, like it wasn't a warm feeling. It wasn't a fuzzy feeling. It was a very cold and destructive, and I tried my best not to internalize it. But that's, you know, and you got to realize for guys like me, this is our reality. You know, me and guys who are attractive, we're living two different realities. You know, you put a good-looking guy, a quote-unquote Chad, as they say, in that situation, she's going to be flirty. She's going to be submissive. She's going to showing signs of interest. She's going to do a lot of extra. She's going to put forth a lot extra effort in the interaction.
Definitely, yeah,
exactly. Whereas with me, it's like she really wanted to let me know that I'm disgusting. And you got to realize I've had women before tell me I'm ugly, and you know, it really is a brutal reality. And you know, there's a difference between when someone says something objectively, and then there's a difference when a woman tells you something and she has an emotion behind it. She has a very strong emotion of disgust behind her words that she's. And when she told me that, I was like, damn. But like I said, I've been in this dark place before. I've been in this very dark place before. So I've been there before. What she told me 2 nights ago, I've already experienced that. So it's nothing new to me. So, but like I said, it is kind of like, you know, it's just more fuel that they're feeding to the monster inside, you know?
Well,
that's what it is.
There was a comment on one of my videos, What Attracts Women 1.2, from Mary. She said, I think it's a woman. I'm guessing it has to be. Funny how men are this is exactly how she typed it. Funny how men are billion times more shallow than women, yet men are the one who bitch about shallowness. Okay, so men are shallow, right? Okay, let me read you Heightism Exposed. This is a Twitter. I think this is I'm not really up on Twitter so much. I don't really know much about it, but I think this is either women tweeting to this account, or it's retweets. People this account is retweeting women's tweets on to other places or whatever. So I'm just reading this Heightism Exposed. Let me actually show you this. Let me share the screen. So we've got Queen V. She says, cute short guys are just a waste of cuteness. Stephanie says, short guys make me so sad. What a waste of sperm. I don't take short guys serious at all. That's from JDP. I hate short guys. Myral Robert says, short guys should go and kill themselves or something. This is a 24-year-old woman's online dating profile. Facts about me. I'm fat. I'm 5'2". I'm half blind without my glasses. I have horrible memory. Sick. I am old-fashioned, so I think men should be providers, and I get jealous. Dislikes. I only interracial date. I don't do hookups. Don't like beards. Short guys. Chubby guys. Or extra cheap guys. I'm fat. I'm 5'2". I don't do chubby guys. So men are the most shallow? What was that? Men are the most shallow?
More than this, more than I thought. Much more than that.
There's a video that I wanted us to analyze. So we'll look at it, and every time you hear something that annoys you or you disagree with, just stop, just yell stop, or just start talking and just tell me what your immediate feedback is, okay?
Hey guys, it's Alina. Today's video is going to be the first 8 things that girls notice about guys when they first see them. A lot of people believe that to be noticed by the opposite or the same gender, they have to be like insanely good looking. That's not entirely true.
Alright, I'm gonna stop right there. So where did this belief come from? This belief came from somewhere. It's right. It didn't just come.
It's their actions. It's the female behavior.
It's people have, at least some people have objectively looked at how women behave.
It's rooted from reality.
Yeah, exactly. Do women find money looks or personality? Guys, how much do looks really matter? The fact that do looks matter is a hotly contested question suggests that some people have reason to believe that they do. Alina's and many others aim to convince to the contrary that, or overturn beliefs and experiences that looks are important to women, should make Alina and those people ask themselves, where did those beliefs about looks come from? Is there smoke without fire? Why do some people believe that men's looks matter to women? Because science, namely biology, and observable reality tell us so. Science first. The journal Facial Attractiveness Evolutionary-Based Research says, quote, face preferences affect a diverse range of critical social outcomes, from mate choices and decisions about platonic relationships to hiring decisions and decisions about social exchange, unquote. The journal says that we view cues or clues to a potential mate's healthy genetics and even cues to their personality in the face, and that even the animal kingdom relies on external traits such as size, shape and color of adornments, e.g. feathers, fur and fins, to attract mates. It says attractive people have more dates than less attractive people, and people who have dated more attractive individuals report being more satisfied with their dates. Next, observable reality. From a young age, we as males see how girls react to the cute or hot guys' faces. We hardly ever hear young girls, when they're at their most unfiltered, talk about being attracted to a boy's personality. Not until they're older and learn to virtue signal, learn to fear social and physical repercussions, and learn how to repeat what society would like them to say attracts them. Do you more trust science and observable reality, or the blue-pilled comforting pleasantries of Alina, a girl who, throughout her video, will not give one source or verifiable anecdote for her claims, and who has never had to approach a woman as a man?
And I'm about to give you 8 reasons of the first things girls notice when they notice a guy. So first off, imagine this, that you are at a party, there are a lot of girls and a lot of guys, you spot a boy over in the corner. The first thing—
Wait, stop. Let's break that down already. You spot a guy in the corner. Say there's 50 guys there. What is gonna make you spot one of them? Could it be his looks?
Yeah,
so she's already—
it's all about looks.
She's already her narrative is already being exposed.
She's already pre-selecting a guy based on attraction and looks.
Definitely. But I'm saying even before she finishes her sentence, you can already, if you're red-pilled, you can already see that she's going to spew a whole load of bullshit. Because she's talking about a guy she's noticed. What do you know? Why would she notice one guy, or maybe 2 or 3 guys, in a sea of guys in a party? The point I wanted to make here is that Alina doesn't realize this, but she's talking about a guy she's already found eye-catching in some way. Men who women aren't attracted to tend to blend into the background. They are unnoteworthy or invisible when a woman isn't forced to be aware of them or near them, such as in a tight space. So if a woman's eyes have been drawn to a man and she is about to make a few quick observations about him, it's likely that she's investing that time doing a quick analysis of him because his looks have sparked her interest. Alina's narrative that physical attractiveness isn't that important is already on shaky ground if she's talking about a guy she noticed from across the room or club or whatever. You can make the claim that a man's being eye-catching doesn't necessarily imply that he's physically attractive, but as you'll see later in this video, we'll whittle that argument away too.
That a girl is going to notice is their posture and the way that they carry themselves. Whether their body language is like closed, so their posture, you know, bent over, not open, or is it like open, ready to like invite anything, and you know.
So women really care about she's trying to say that if an ugly guy, the guy's ugly as right, let's not, I won't go too far, he's ugly, he's not attractive, and he stands back with his shoulders back, is that she might see him, but she will see him to the same extent that she'll see the fruit punch bowl or the the exit. Like she's not going to take a long sustained look at him because he's standing back and leaning back and his shoulders are back.
And not only that, but also like the way they walk, the way that they carry themselves, whether they're, you know, like slouchy, like can't really be bothered, I even hate walking, or like, you know, standing tall, that I'm above all.
It's pretty hard to be seen as standing tall for those men who aren't tall, but height doesn't matter as long as you're confident, right?
Those are the first things that a girl notices. So after we have seen their posture and the way that they carry themselves, we then look for their emotions. So we look for
No, in fact, let me just stop her. Okay, so she's saying posture. Let's go back to what she said, posture. Okay, right. So this is ridiculous. So these two guys are at a party, okay, with this girl. I think she said her name was Alina. This girl. Okay, so if these two guys are like two different species. So if the guy on the left has his shoulders back and the guy on the right is a bit slumped, are you telling me that she's going to more notice the guy on the left?
Yeah, absolutely not.
No, exactly. What is going to draw her to each of these guys? It's the face first. What do you look at?
Absolutely.
When you're looking at someone, I would say most of the interaction you have with somebody, you're looking at their face. So how does it not matter? Come on.
No, it definitely. I mean, when it comes to women, bro, like the face is, bro, like you got to realize from my reality, my face has elicited and drawn out emotions of disgust and repulsiveness and just hate and anger and just, just very terrible emotions from women when they see me. So, I know this reality. A guy like that, women are going to look at him and they're going to want to pull the panties to the side. You know what I mean? Like it's just a night and day difference. And you got to realize I'm living in this reality. So, it's not, if I'm not going to lie, I mean, this is the truth.
I go into this in my next episode of What Attracts Women, but I'll spoiler it, I suppose. What a lot of guys don't seem to realize is that, okay, women spend, say, up to 2 to 3 hours in a hair salon. They spend hours doing their makeup and trying to pick out the best outfit and all that kind of shit.
Yes.
So now, if a woman is getting approached by an unattractive guy, that's an insult to her. That's an insult to the hours she spent in that hair salon, doing that makeup, picking out that outfit. There are some women who find it endearing and like, he thinks he has a chance with me. That's cute. But for the most part, an attractive, when any woman is approached by a guy that she finds below her looks level, that's an insult to her, because what you're effectively saying is you think you're on her looks level. You think that you have a shot with her. You think that you're a looks match with her. That's an insult. So that's why sometimes women react harshly to unattractive guys approaching, because effectively you've insulted her.
True, very true. You got to realize women spend, like you said, hours, looking at the details in their eyebrows, their eyes, and all that, like just all the fine details of that. So when they're looking at a guy, they notice flaws because they're experts at detecting flaws within themselves. Like, I got to cover this up. I got to put makeup over that.
Women are meticulous with their own looks, but when it comes to a guy approaching them, they don't really care about looks. Where does that theory come from? Where does that belief come from?
The blue-pilled mindset.
Blue-pilled mindset. You got it. The belief that women aren't so much attracted by looks probably comes from men's fantasy, illusion that women have transcended human nature, that women's nurturing, more delicate nature crosses over into their attraction switches. This belief is driven by our inborn desire and need to white knight, protect, and believe the best about women. Do you need proof? The Washington Post. We should stop putting women in jail for anything. It sounds like a radical idea. Stop incarcerating women and close down women's prisons. But in Britain, there is a growing movement sponsored by a peer in the House of Lords to do just that. The article suggests that women don't deserve such harsh punishments that were designed for men. Breitbart. Judge tells woman burglar, if you were a man, you'd be going to prison. A female burglar who broke into an occupied house was given a suspended sentence and was told by a judge she would be in prison if she were a man. Daily Mail. Get the F out of my face. Mother with 65 previous convictions who otherworlded a stranger by pushing him under a tram while drunk and high on ecstasy is jailed for 5 years. Teresa Brown Wellington, 31, pushed Philip Carter, 30, in front of a moving tram. Mother of 2 was drunk and took ecstasy before pushing Mr. Carter to the other world. She has some 65 previous convictions and a propensity for impulsive violence. If a woman uses sharp cutlery on a man, it's self-defense. If a woman sends her baby to the other world, it's postpartum depression. If a woman makes a full struggle-snuggle accusation, she was just going through a bad time and used wrong judgment. We are predisposed to white-knighting the gender responsible for childbirth and the continuation of life. So we refuse to believe women can be picky enough to pick men on the same primitive criteria as we men pick women. We want to be blue-pilled about women's true nature.
Posture and the way that they carry themselves. We then look for their emotions. So we look for a smile. That is...
I'm cringing. Smile?
Right.
We look for a smile. So you're telling me if this guy here is not smiling, he's not smiling. So what, she won't notice him over this guy? You've heard of the halo effect, right?
Well, I'm saying that the thing where people assume positive, they associate,
Yes.
They attach positive things to you if you're good looking.
Yes. So
They have positive pre-notations or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So a woman looking at this guy on the right is gonna assume he has, as this Alina says, she's going to assume that this guy is expressing more emotions, more positive emotions, because he has a better looking face. She's going to associate this guy here on the left with
darker negative emotions.
Yeah,
she's
bro, even
real.
if this guy isn't negative, this guy could be feeling on top of the world. If confronted about her attraction or lack thereof to each of these guys, being reminded that the uglier guy is smiling, Alina would probably say, I just don't get a confident vibe from the left guy. He's just not my type. But he's a sweet guy and will make some other girl happy one day. Tee-hee. More concretely, because of the female brains and female natures being more driven or blinded by emotion, many women will look at the better looking guy and be convinced that the strong attraction that they're feeling towards him is strictly to do with the behavior that he's displaying.
When women look at that man's face, it elicits
the ovaries tingle.
Emotions. There you go.
Still to come. And people in general will reason that Brady's game attracted the woman when it's clear to red-pilled men that she was into him before he even spoke. And later.
Do you look for confidence or the looks first?
Well, I think the confidence makes them more attractive to me. So if
You can't ask a woman what attracts her and expect her to pick the answer that will make her come off worse as the most shallow.